Here. Make some camera clear. Alrighty. Wanted to pop on here. I was working with a client and we finished up, so I wanted to pop on here, do a Q&A tonight. Earlier I was posted a video earlier and had I was talking about, did a couple talks with Tony, and I was shooting another video after that, but when I was shooting the video, it was an hour and a half long, and then it was taking too long to be uploaded. Then I had shot another 30-minute video. I had shot 2 hours worth of videos, and I just gave up on them. I just deleted them. I didn't even get them on there. Talks with Tony is on inbox. Let me put that in the chat. I don't even know if I can write in the chat. Can I write in the chat? I guess from a phone, I can't even write in the chat. It's inbox at tonygaskins.com. INBOX. And it was some people, most people get it, but sometimes people don't get it. And when I was talking about Russell Wilson, which y'all know I don't really be speaking names, some people was, thinking I was saying that women didn't find him attractive. But what I was saying is, it's men like that are not famous and are not rich, who are seen as safe men, secure men, God-fearing men, who being overlooked for the tough guys, the bad boys. And then when a woman who has the image gets with that man, now it makes that style of man cool and in style. But when before, it's more so like women are looking at the men like, the Migos and Lil Wayne and Future and, these different types. But then now when a woman who, she got the charisma, the money, and all that, she get this guy who, his type of guy, 5'9", a lot of times 5'9" to 5'11", overlooked, And so, and then the other thing too, what I was saying is, and one lady, she understood it. If you're not like, Sierra, then your opinion of a Russell Wilson is totally different, because she's somebody that can have any man because of her status and her position and just who she is in the world. So if your standards are totally different and you don't have every single man in the world available to you, then you're going to see that totally different. You're going to look at this man totally different than a woman who could have a whole bunch of options is. And so for her to see that and say, hey, I'm going to give this a shot, man of God, safe. It ain't about all the swag and being the best dressed and being 6'4". It's about what's inside of there. So that was the point. Some people missed the point. And yeah, YouTube tripping with the notifications. You know how they is. I did this last minute though. I think if I scheduled it or something. I thought I scheduled it, but then it always changed on the time. The live probably be an hour to 2 hours. My son's still up moving around. And so I'm gonna be working, because I realize I don't work hard enough. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm a little lazy. Lord been convicting my spirit. Tony, you got to do more. Tony, you got to work harder. Cause I'm seeing people who, I see people who may not really be serving a purpose, like in a real sense, like saving lives and helping people. I see people who just do gossip and just do nonsense talks, and they'll go live every night. And it's a lot of that going on. Like them blog sites that sharing gossip, they go hard every day. They posting all day, every day. Me, my butt be going live twice a month. So I said, I got to tighten up. I got to tighten up. Now, y'all make sure you put the hashtag Q in front of your question. Okay, Ella Baker here. I see you popped up there. Tony, I met this guy. He has 2 children. He is a school teacher and coach. He doesn't believe in God. Should I run the other way? Absolutely. Sis, you ain't have to waste that $10 to ask me that now. You already know the answer to that now. Come on now. You ain't have to do that. God bless you now. I appreciate you. You ain't have to waste that $10. You already know my answer. Man don't believe in God. Putting on the trike shoes and all that there. You hear me? Carmelita Jetta. Sue will say, if you lazy, I know I ain't doing nothing. Yeah, I'm lazy now. I'm gonna pick it up though. When a man says no time soon, is that Manglish for no? Yep, that's what that is. Why are so many men juggling females? It's so hard to find a genuine man. Just because they can. To be honest with you, it's like people go do what's required of them. So if your job lets you miss work 4 days out the week and get paid for 5, you going to go 1 day out the week. But if they say you got to be here 5 days out the week to get paid for 5 days, you're going to be there 5 days out the week. So the thing about it is we need PSAs for women. We need talk shows for women. We need everything for women to get a strength to stop being played, to stop putting up with so much. Because we could talk to the men till we blue in the face. But if a man could go and get a woman on her back and she gonna settle for being the other woman or being one of many women, then that's what these grown boys gonna keep doing. They not gonna change until they held to the fire and they made the change. They gonna keep doing what they're doing. Hello, Tony Gaskins. Could you do a video on living fearlessly as a Christian? I try to remember that. And the thing what you have to understand is that none of us live fearlessly. Everybody have fear. Courage is overcoming fear. It's not the absence of fear. It's overcoming it. And so, you really got to be in your word and you got to get them scriptures that help you overcome fear. And you got to put that on your mirror. Put that on a 3x5 card. Put that in your car. Put that at your desk at work if you work or wherever you work at. Put that there and remind yourself of that scripture. God is not giving you the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. And that just got to be said over and over and over and over. And that's how you get to that place. Let me see. He's 10 years older and wants to talk every day. It feels like too much. Is this normal for a man or is he being needy? If y'all dating and y'all trying to get together, then that's normal. You got to think about it. If you dating intentionally and you're going to get married, then you're supposed to talk every single day because you're going to have to live with this person every day. Not just talk with them. You're going to have to live with the person, smell this person, see this person, hear this person every single day. So in order to get somewhat accustomed to living with somebody, you at least got to talk to them every day. And the thing is, if you don't want to talk to a man every day, that means that's not the man for you and you wasting your time. That means that you don't want him. Question, why does a man call you, talk for a minute, and then say, oh, I was waiting on this call. He said, I will call you back, and he turns his phone off. He said a buddy of his was coming over at 8:45. Yeah, sister, you already know the answer to that now. Come on now. Yeah, it's what you think. It's what you think. And if you weren't thinking, yeah, that's another woman. That's another woman now. Turn his phone off? Come on now. Ain't no man hanging out with no man with his phone off. Cause what if the mama fall down the stairs and then left a life alert and she need to get in touch with him? He not gonna turn their phone off to hang with no man. Yeah, you getting played. Go on about your business. How to respond to a man asking, and let me tell y'all too. Now, the other thing is y'all got to help me out. Okay? Y'all want me to be on here. And if y'all want, individuals like myself to stay out here. Stay out here in the fight. Y'all gotta stop asking them questions like that. Y'all gotta start asking them questions like that. Okay? Y'all gotta ask real questions now. That's the thing. Y'all be, it's like, Lord, come on now. Cause then y'all just wasting my breath that I ain't gonna get back on my deathbed. And so y'all gotta ask me a question that you really perplexed about, that you really confused about with a man. Cause some of these questions y'all really can't be. No, so there's too much scams with that PayPal now. All these scammers be watching these videos. You might know one of these bandmans out here, one of these men out here who, no sir. They give no PayPal. They be putting, cause listen here, y'all, hack my PayPal. Too many scammers out here. What do you think about women choosing not to be a man's girlfriend, but dating until a proposal? If you dating until a proposal, then you are his girlfriend. Because if a man taking you serious enough to where he's gonna propose to you, then you're his girlfriend. You might not call it that, but that's just semantics. But you his girlfriend if he proposed to you. You was his girlfriend before that. So don't get caught up listening to these people out here that's saying dating isn't necessary and dating isn't in the Bible and dating isn't real and dating all that is hogwash. All that is hogwash. I mean, boyfriend and girlfriend. So you need to be exclusive. And when you're exclusive, that's called boyfriend and girlfriend. If you want to call it boy and girl, if you want to call it up and down, it's just semantics. Whatever you call it, you his girlfriend. If the next thing he's gonna do is propose. Do you have any tips for physically disabled people when dating? For example, people always expect you to share your medical information upon meeting you and ask what happened to you. You know what, sis? I don't know if there's a coach out there on my mentor that has a physical disability that deals with physical disability in dating. And I don't know. It could be, I would imagine it's annoying for you to ask that question, but it's also a part of life. And so when we've been dealt the hand, we have to come to terms with that. And we got to say, hey, this is the hand I've been dealt. I'm going to embody this. I'm going to love this. I'm going to embrace this. And if I got to tell this story 1,000 times, I'm going to tell this story. And if you want to tell it one time, then write a book about it. Write a little book about it. And when you meet somebody, hey, here's my book. It tells what I've been through in my life and what brings me to this point and how I am, who I am, and what have you. And so, but it's no different than if a person has kids and they go on a date and the person want to know about their kids, how many kids, how old they are. So you telling about your physical disability is no different than explaining about, hey, where does this scar come from on your face? Or, have you been married? So people who are divorced, if they go on 1,000 dates, they got to talk about that divorce 1,000 times. And so you just have to change the way you look at it. And that's the thing. It's just sometimes we look at things a certain way, and that's what makes us feel that way. Y'all make sure y'all put the hashtag Q in front of your question, like Fixed by Faith did. Dated my ex for 6 months, and he never posted me on his Insta story. I didn't care, but as soon as I broke up with him, he started partying every weekend and posting all these different women. Why is this? Well, when you broke up with him, he was single. So then he's able to post all them different women. When he was with you, if he posts you, then it block him from getting them other women. So there you have it. How to get your power back after making so many mistakes with a man before getting the knowledge. As soon as you get the knowledge, you have your power back. As soon as you get the knowledge, you can't look at yourself as weak, because everything you learn, that's like a vitamin. When you learn something, that's like you just took a vitamin. So that's what you got to understand. Jordan, God bless you. Now, member for 2 months. Oh, look at her now. Member for 24 months. I ain't see that. Oh, that's Mama Tish. I'm telling y'all. Justina, God bless you. Welcome to the Blessed Tribe. Benjamin Crooms got us a brother in the Blessed Tribe. Member for 24 months. My brother. 24 months. Single mom and first time home buyer. Thoughts on buying an existing older home or spending more and building new to avoid costly, unexpected repairs. Thanks, Tony. Single mom and first time home buyer. Now, you thought this was a real estate channel. Now, there's a lot of real estate channels out here, sister. Because listen to me. That ain't my line of work right there. Now, there's a lot of real estate channels out here that could tell you, because I give you some advice. Now, one of the real estate channels that listen to what Tony Gaskins told this single mom buying a house. So I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Yes, them how my 7-year-old just said today. He said, we just got the garage door fixed, and now the microwave doesn't work. And so now we got to get a new microwave. And what he said, it was something else. And now the pool needs water. And it was something else. And he just listed off how my 7-year-old just noticed that in a house, everything breaks. So honestly, I know people who done spent millions of dollars on building a house, and the house still need repairs. Stuff still built wrong, stuff still out of order. And when you're a single mom, me personally, you got to get a brother, a uncle, a cousin, somebody, you know, who could come and be a liaison, because them contractors is the most crooked people you gonna meet. They finna have you all kind of prices. And right now, honestly, if you can stay in that apartment and they ain't jacking that rent up, or the rental house, I'll stay there, because the real estate prices is insane right now. On an older home, on building a home, the supply chain with just what the lumber done went up crazy. Like, I'll just stay renting for a little while till this market reset and things go back to normal. Because anything you get right now, you probably paying overpriced. So I'll take your time on that, sister. Because sometimes home ownership, it's overrated. I own a home. It's a little overrated. I'll be honest with you. Because after you buy the home, after 3 years, you be ready to leave. But if you be done paid 150 and the market tank and you ready to move in 3 years, now your house worth 125 or 100. Not to include all the stuff they want you to fix before you sell it. So sometimes just, renting until you know that you know where you want to be, what kind of house you want to be in, to the market is the perfect time to buy. And that ain't this time right now. So sis, I'll take a little time on that. And Antron, God bless you now. Toxic mom, brother Crooms, God bless you now. I appreciate that. Toxic mom, tried talking to her many times. Nothing changes. A few years ago, she said if I ever became pregnant, she'd have nothing to do with. I'm pregnant now, and she doesn't ask about him. Cut her off for good. You gotta stop letting her affect you. Sherry C, God bless you. You gotta stop letting her affect you. You just gotta put her in a box, know who she is, know how she is, and stop letting that make you go up and down. Just prescribe, just label her as, okay, she is this how she is. Let me stop expecting this and that from her. Like, this is who she is, this is what she gonna do, and you got to be okay with that. Marquita just told you, me and the husband bought a new construction house, and Tony is 100% right. Man, them people, me and my wife were getting some stuff redone in our house. Them men just went to go to adding all kind of prices. The construction company went adding all kind of price that the man who worked for the man say, man, this man jacking these prices up on y'all. He feel like y'all got money, and he just jacking all kind of price. He said, I come in here, y'all gonna tell him you done. I come in here and do all this stuff for a third of the price of what he offering. I let him do the tile in here in my office. I be about to cut my toe walking through here. He did that tile so terrible. I say, boy, them people, we had them put a microwave up, not a microwave, and went out. We can't even get the microwave down because they done rigged the microwave, put up there in the little thing. It's stuck up there. They got the thing nailed and screwed and all kind of. I say, boy, Jordan, God bless you. Wendy, God bless you. Now, I've been seriously trying to grow my brand for 7 months as a weight loss coach. I can't gain traction. I go live on IG once a week. People don't really show up. Suggestions to help me grow. I must not be hitting their pain points. Well, it's a weight loss coach right now, and it's just really about the knowledge. And so instead of going live is something to where you go live when you've built the following. So before going live, you first have to touch on what is being pushed. So right now on IG, reels are being pushed. So shift your energy to doing 30-second to 1 minute reels, not dancing, but just little tips. So you see how people pointing to this and pointing to that, and they have the words right there? Do those. Do one of those Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and put it up at the same time each day. So Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 10 a.m. your time, you post that reel with some informative knowledge and with a dope song behind it, or a good beat on there to get people, engaged, and you point into the different little tips you want them to learn. So Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, 10 a.m. or 7 a.m. or what have you, then that'll help you start to build, because they pushing reels. So people with no following, reels getting 1 million views. And I got a social media mastery course on how I built from 0 to over 3 million people online. So I got a social media mastery course, the principles of it, because the stuff change all the time. So the social media course can't stay up to date as far as the algorithms, but there's principles to building a brand online that don't change. And people who have a brand online, they understand that there's certain principles that you can apply. So get in that social media mastery course on Tony Gaskins Academy.com. Lori, God bless you now. Do you offer feedback on book draft to determine book worthiness? I wrote an autobiography in college and was told that I should write a book. You should write a book, and I wouldn't ask nobody's opinion on the book. So it's not really something I do because I don't like judging art. I remember Drake said a lady told him his music suck and he'll never be a top artist. And now look at him, #1 in the world. So never ask anybody their opinion on your art. You just do it and you put it on out there and let it be for who it's going to be. Because if you ask 10 different people what they think about your art, you're going to get 10 different responses. Andrea, God bless you now. Roz Bliss, God bless you now. Let me make sure ain't nobody put a question in the super chat, because sometimes when y'all do those, I don't get to see them, because it goes in the chat and not up at the top. See, the orange and the yellow go up to the top. When y'all do the blue ones, it go in the chat, and there's so many people writing, it get pushed up and I miss it. Yes, I do 2 reels each day and started a TikTok 4 months ago. Thank you. I look at a course. You're doing too many reels. So you got to get an algorithm time to catch your reel and get in there, because when you post another reel, you resetting your algorithm. Now it's going to leave your last post and jump to your next post. So just do, and then you overloading people. That's way too much content. So you got to think about that. Like it's just like, calling somebody. If you call somebody twice a day, they're like, well, darn, what the world you want, Wendy? My goodness, we just talked. So that's the same thing when you posting them reels. Now you interrupting somebody's timeline, you jumping back out there where them 2 reels could have been 2 different days. So if you could do 2 a day, you really could cut that down to 1 a day and just do it 7 days a week if you got that much content. But you also got to focus on not just consistency, but you got to have creativity. And it got to be quality. And so you kind of want to come up on some cutting edge type stuff too. Hi, Tony. What do you think about women and men not wearing their wedding rings? I heard if men and women wear their wedding rings, they get hit on more, like it's the forbidden fruit. Thoughts? I'm going to tell you what, I wear my ring every day, and I ain't never been hit on. I must look like the bottom of a shoe because I ain't never been hit on. And I wear my ring every day, and I have never had no woman hit on me that I could recall. You know, yeah, you have a woman that look like this mouse, and be dressed like this here microphone. They'll say something sometimes, but not nobody that you could be remotely attracted to. I've never been hit on with the here ring on. So I would imagine if I took the ring off, then I might get hit on. But from my experience, women respect the ring. Now, I've heard women say that they've heard other women say that tell them a man could be committed, and now they just want that man to commit to them. But any woman that say that ain't a woman worth having. So, and men know that. Men know that a woman that'll talk to you with your ring on is not a woman worth talking to. And so, Kathleen, God bless you. So understand that. Kimberly, God bless you now. Mama Tish, I sure appreciate you thanking them for that there. Sure ain't have to do it. Boyfriend of 10 months treats me good, but is atheist. He said if he believed in God, that he'd be mad with him for past hardships. He agreed to read Bible with me. Will counseling from a Christian man help him? Counseling won't help him just because he's gonna go in already biased and looking at the counselor. But reading that Bible with you, that word will come alive. That word alive on that paper. So, and what you have to realize is you got to pray for the wisdom and for the knowledge to be able to help to explain to him that God is not a puppet master and just putting hardships on us and making us go through stuff. That life happens to everybody. Christian, atheist, Muslim, Buddhist, life happens to everybody. Everybody die. Everybody struggle. Everybody go through all kind of horrific things. They ain't got nothing to do with God. And so it ain't like God just over there, okay, it's your turn now. Take that. Okay, now it's your turn. Take that. Okay, your turn now. And so sometimes you have to explain to people like, listen, this is life. Like this humans on earth, when humans got their own brain, got their own free will, could do what they want to do, just like he has chosen not to choose God, that means he could do whatever he want to do. So that means God don't have control over humans unless we call him and ask him for wisdom, knowledge, understanding, strength, courage, whatever. God ain't grabbing your hand making you do nothing. You doing and you living. And so you have to pray for the wisdom to be able to explain that. And then what's going to help him most is your peace, your joy, and your witness. So if you on your bike, he can't believe in God if you on your bike. Because if your book say you're not supposed to be on your bike and you on your bike, then he going to say, well, how real is your book if you don't even believe in it? You see what I'm saying? So your witness is going to be the only Bible he really read. My 13-year-old son is talking to girls without my consent. He's not listening. How do I make the talk connect? Geraldine, your 13-year-old live in your house. So for one, if he want to talk to girls, take that phone. Take that phone. Take that Xbox, that PlayStation. Take all his shoes. You give him one pair of shoes. You give him one pair of shoes. They can look nice. This is your only pair of shoes you're going to wear. If he go to public school, they wear regular clothes. You got 5 outfits. You finna rotate these 5 outfits. All that outside playing, all that is it. When you raising kids, it got to be this my house, these my rules. The thing about it is too many people let their kids negotiate with them. Ain't no negotiation. There ain't no negotiation. This my house, this my rules. I'm gonna tell you what to do. I'm gonna tell you why I'm telling you to do this. I'm gonna teach you the lesson from it. But this what you gonna do, or you gonna get out my house. At 13 years old, he step out that door, talking about he finna run away. He could be running right back in there. Let me get back in here. And so listen, y'all got to put your foot down. You ain't got to yell. You ain't got to curse. You ain't got to put hands on them. You just got to remove your hand or what you doing for him. So when my son, my 14-year-old, go to Iking up, he probably got 10 pair of shoes. I take him down to 1 pair of Bobos. I take him down to 1 pair of Bobos. I say, give me that gold necklace off your neck. Give me that gold bracelet off your arm. And you wear that 1 pair of Bobos. You want to be cool? All right. This what you finna. This what. And then he get off that game. Ain't no game. Ain't no cell phone. Ain't no game. None of that. No video game. Guess what? He get that act right in order. Right in order. Let me see what they say. More precious than rubies. Hi, Tony. Happy to see you live. Question about men. When I dated older men, 10 plus years, they loved my afro hair and stretch marks. Yet when I dated guys my age, they were shallow and made fun of me about this. Why? Well, that explain it to you. It explain it to you. It's like when you were in grade school, you get picked on, you get talked to. When you get older and you go to work, you don't necessarily go through the same thing because a little more older, a little more mature. And so the older men, it's like they done been through a lot. They done seen a lot. They done experienced a lot. So they understand what come with a woman. The younger men, they may not care about it, but they just more immature. So they going to turn it into a joke. They going to say something about it. They going to try to nitpick just to try to see if they could get under your skin. They might not even mean what they saying. It's just that they just immature. That's all it is. That's what you got to understand right there. Appreciate the time you give to help us, brother. God bless you and the beautiful Cherie Gaston and the boys. They God bless you now. God bless you now. So appreciate you. Why are so many married men openly hitting on me as a single woman, successful and no kids? I always flee, but why is this so common? Saddens me for their wives. Yeah, it just, when you see stuff like that, you have to realize that what you deal with on a daily basis is just a microcosm of the world at large. It's just a microcosm of the world. So when you see all this raggedy music, all these raggedy TV shows, all these raggedy, Instagram pages, all these raggedy podcasts, YouTube channels, when you see all of this nonsense getting pushed onto society, the people in the world gonna become the offspring of the content that's out there. So these men, these married men out there reckless because all of their favorite celebrities are in open relationships, cheating on a woman, getting away with it, having break babies, the woman taking them back. And so they go to looking like, well, what in the world am I being faithful for? And they use that as their excuse to be a lowlife, to be a dog. And when they see, Offset go cheat on Cardi B, and they see videos go out, if they see Kevin Hart cheat on a Nico, they see, all these different celebrity couples getting cheated on. And these women got money, they got access, they could go on about their business, but they see these women stay with these men. So they like, well, why am I being faithful when women who got the world at their fingertips is choosing to stay? And so they use that as an excuse to go out and cheat on their wife. And then they wife do the same thing. A lot of time they wife know they cheating, but she like, we got a house together, we got kids together. People in the public don't know he cheating. If I leave him, the next man gonna cheat. And so that's what she tell herself. So he used that low self-esteem and that thought process against her, and not realizing that it's women like Cherie Gaskins who got a faithful husband. And it's a whole lot of women like Cherie Gaskins with a faithful husband. But she'll tell herself the next man gonna cheat on her. And he will tell her that. And then he'll let her hear these podcasts of these little idiots saying that successful men gonna cheat and men who earn money gonna cheat. So then she get downtrodden, and then she listen to the podcast in the dark, and she get beat up on over there. And so she like, you know what? I might as well put up with this cheating. And so it's just really our world, our society is just so lost. Um, Brown, God bless you. I see some questions. Have you putting your church finger up and leaving us, but we all appreciate your wisdom. Tony Tube Fund. Hey, God bless you now. Invest to the Tony Tube Fund. I talked to the app people the other day about having my own app. I can't remember what they told me for how many people, but they was like, yeah, it'd be like $2,000 a month. Yeah. I talked to another company about having my own app, and it was like 8,000 a month. Well, for the time being, I'm still on these people app. Well, they paying keeping the lights on, and I just show up. So till then, I don't think he's spiritually mature enough to lead in a relationship or mature enough to abstain until marriage. He's turning 23. It seems like I should go about my business. I have FOMO. Well, sister, you ain't asked me no question. So you told me. So God bless you now. India, God bless you. Hi, Tony. Is it materialistic of me to no longer entertain men without their own place to stay or car? I'm 26 and I have both of those things, but I'm worried about being used again. You definitely will get used if a man ain't got his own place or car. And the thing about it is, for a man, you got to think about it. If a man ain't got his own place to stay, it's more comfortable for him to stay with you and have some booty on demand than to live with his mama or to be living with his stank homeboy. So you will get used if the man ain't got his own place. Point blank, pure odd. And then if he ain't got his own car and y'all in a city that driving is being done and you got a car for that reason, you also will get used for that car if he ain't got no transportation. So it is unfortunate, but it is true that a lot of men not looking for a relationship, they looking for some help. And so that's not materialistic to want a man to be on your level, meaning have his own transportation, have his own place to stay. Now, if you got a Benz, he ain't got to have no, if your Benz or you got a whatever car and it's 30,000, he ain't got to have a 30,000. If he got him something that get A to B, it might cost 5,000. But, hey, that's it getting him there. He got something. And then your place might cost 1,000 a month. His might be 700 a month. Yours might be 1,500 a month. His might be 1,000 a month. He got his own place to stay. It might not be on the same, expense level. But what you asking is that a man be independent because you are independent. And then when y'all get together and y'all get married, now y'all become interdependent. Latrice, God bless your boyfriend ignored my calls at 4 a.m. Hold on. Let me read that again. Boyfriend ignored my calls at 4 a.m. So I went to his house and a car was in the yard. He said he had to put a radio in, got upset, and wouldn't let me in. Latrice, you need to get you a little help. Latrice, you need a little help. For one, why is you up at 4 a.m.? Two, why is you calling a man at 4 a.m.? Three, why is you going over to the man's house at 4 a.m.? Latrice, you got to do better. You got to do better. You got to do better. And I wouldn't let you in either at 4 a.m. And it's like, okay, that signs of craziness right there. So what you finna do is you gonna make the man see you as crazy, and then what he gonna do, Kiara, God bless you. Then what he's gonna do is he just gonna resent you. He gonna resent you, then he just gonna be looking for ways to cheat wiser. Why don't you believe in right person, wrong time? Because love transcends time. So if it's the right person, it'll be the right time. Because nothing will stand in between love, because love conquers all. So if it's the right person, no amount of distance, no amount of age, no amount of time, no amount of anything will keep y'all apart if it's the right person. So if it's the wrong time, that means it's the wrong person. And at another time, you will meet the right person, or the right person will come back at the right time, because love conquers all. So that's why. And you cannot believe in right person, wrong time, or you will stay stuck with that person emotionally. And when you meet the right person at the right time, you won't recognize the right person at the right time, because you've given the title of the right person to the wrong person at the wrong time. But if your mind believes it was the right person at the right time, now you will miss your blessing. Because before you meet destiny, you meet a distraction that looks like destiny. So that's what you have to understand. And that's why I don't believe in right person, wrong time. Now make sure y'all putting questions in the chat. As y'all see, a lot of y'all stuff getting deleted because this is not an open chat. This is a Q&A. So put your questions in the chat, not commentary, and put hashtag Q in front of your question. How to know a man's intentions. You can't know a man's intentions. You just got to go with the flow until it show. Go with the flow until it show. And what you have to know is what red flags look like. So now when you see it, you recognize it, and you're able to part ways. 28-year-old boyfriend of 4 months told me he is financially unstable. Can't afford dates right now. He treats me great. Is this a red flag, or am I being materialistic? It's not that you're being materialistic. It is that he financially unstable. So instead of dating, he should probably be focusing on his finances. Now, he treats you great, but that could be enough. If you see he's working towards his goals and he's doing the right things, he's going in the right way, then that could be enough until he gets to a better place financially. So you have to just look at his character, look at his ambition, look at where he's headed, where he's going, and see if that's enough for you. And at the end of the day, it's not really about a date. You know, a date could be just sitting and talking. It's about getting to know each other. It ain't about how much money a man could spend on a date and how many dates a man could do. That because a pimp could do that. A player could do that. A no good man could do that. So if you use monetary things like him being able to take you on a date, if his heart and his integrity and everything is pure, his character is there, but you just base his worth on him being able to pay for dates and go on multiple dates, then you're looking at it the wrong way. Because a good man is gonna be in a process, and a good man is gonna be in a place to where when he's building, when you building block by block, and you building from the ground up, you're gonna have times where your income is low, and so you have to determine if you want to build with that man or not. Jana, God bless you. Thank you. Thanks to you, Tony, for all your great work in God. I'd undergone loads as life, work, and relationship coach in practice. Can't say it all here. Doing best as much and want to bless you and your family. Hey, God bless you now. Now, where's that SGD? Where's the SGD? Where you at, Sister SGD? I don't think I've seen that. I'm 21. Ashley D, God bless you. I'm 21. Almost every guy approached me with friends with benefits. I never give in. What am I doing wrong that this happens? Thanks for all you do. You've been guiding me for real. God bless you and your family. What you doing wrong is you 21 entertaining men. So at 21, guys your age can't even walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. They so young today, and now y'all generation today at 21, okay, Singapore, God bless you. Y'all generation today at 21, y'all a little, and excuse my French, but a little more real life dumb. And so what I mean is, a little more naive, a little more gullible, because y'all raised with social media. Y'all raised with the internet. So whereas those of us who was before the internet, we got to go outside and play a little more. We got to experience life a little more. We got to do a little more. But y'all just raised since cell phones been here, internet been here. So the 21-year-old men today, they really like 15-year-old, 16-year-old. So that's why they come with friends with benefits, because they ain't thinking about being no man. They ain't thinking about no family. They ain't thinking about living, doing right. Kiara, welcome to the Blessed Tribe now. My ex wants to rekindle, still married, although separated 2 years. Don't want divorce until 14-year turns 18 to avoid child support, but wants me to stay a secret until divorce. And see, the thing is that's how men today are trying. He think you dumb enough to take the deal. He think you dumb enough, desperate enough, and weak enough to take the deal. So he put the deal on the table. He said, hey, that's on you now. What you gonna do? You gonna be dumb and desperate and then take this here raw deal? Or you gonna love yourself, respect yourself, and go on about your business? He put the ball in your court. You'll be a fool to take him up on that raggedy offer. Because you got to think about this. Why would you want to be with a man who afraid to get a divorce from a woman that he claims he don't love and he don't want to be with because he don't want to pay child support for his child? It's like, as a man ought to be happy to pay child support because it's his child that he brought into the world. And the child ain't 1, the child 14. So it's going to take time for the child support to even get in place. And then when the child support get in place, the child support could be $250 a month. I know guys who make $20 million a year. That means these guys make almost $2 million a month. And you know how much their child support is? $5,000 a month. So my sister got a baby daddy. His child support is $5 a month. And that boy go down there and put 50 cents on the books. So you got to look at the kind of man you got. The kind of man you even entertaining. What kind of man don't want to pay no child support? If I had to leave my wife, or if she had to leave me, I'm going to run to the courthouse to get on child support because I love my sons. So if that's what I got to be on papers to show them so that they got receipts that, hey, my daddy, even though he went with my mom, my daddy put that bread up and he paid that child support, and then he bought me extra and did more for me on top of that. Came to see me, spend time with me. I'm gonna run to the courthouse if that's where it got to be, just because I love my kids. So me, I really don't. I know men don't like child support. They don't like the government being in there. But listen, you should have did right in your marriage. You should have did right with the woman. And if you ain't do right, if you chose wrong, then that's the part of the consequences. As a man, you got to stop crying, stop complaining, and just deal with the consequences of your bad choices. And just point blank period R. And that's why our world the way it is, because we got a bunch of soft punk of men who want to do whatever they want to do and then want to run from the consequences. And you can't live like that as a man. You can't become great running from your consequences based on your bad choices. You can't do that. You can't grow like that. Nikki P, God bless you. I've been with a man who has helped me raise my daughter since she was 2 and is now 13. Good guy, but hasn't asked to marry him yet, and it's been 11 years. Am I wasting my time because I'm losing hope? So listen, forgive me for laughing now. Listen now, since you asked that question a little too late. Yeah, 11 years in. So it's 11 years in, so you might as well. That's a question you supposed to ask at year 2. Year 3. So it's 11 years in. So it's like your daughter used to the man now. It's y'all common law now. And so it's like, listen, if you just want marriage just for the piece of paper, then the marriage ain't worth it. You have to want marriage because you want to be in right standing with God, because fornication is a sin. Like you want to be spiritually aligned, to be correct before God, not just correct before the government, but correct before God. So if you lived 11 years, that means you don't have a conviction of God if y'all sleeping together. So you might as well not rock the boat for no rain, for no marriage. Because unless now you done came near to the cross, but don't upend everything just for the sake to say I'm married. Because me personally, I really question a man who with a woman more than 3 years and ain't married her. And honestly, a lot of times I ask guys, you know, hey, you've been with a woman 3 years, 5 years, why you ain't married? And he said, I don't think she the one. That's what guys will tell me. They'll tell me, I don't think she the one. Honestly, I don't think I want to marry her. But then they don't meet nothing better. So then year 7, year 8, year 9, they go and marry her. But really, then I say, well, okay, he settled because he ain't even like her. He didn't even think she was the one. So with that right there, sister, listen, it's either don't stay in it unless you got a conviction from the Lord where you want to get married now. And if he don't want that, then you got to be willing to go on about your business. But as a grown woman, you chose to sit in there for 11 years. So if you get up to leave now, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt and it's going to be hard. But again, like I tell y'all, we have freedom of choice, but we do not have freedom of consequence. And so them consequences sometimes going to be tough. Sometimes the consequences going to punch us in our mouth and give us our 2 front teeth for dinner that we got to chew up with our molars. And that's how life works. It's tough lesson sometimes. The true God bless you. My husband told me that our marriage changed once he started. Hey, the true God bless you now. Because that USD you sitting there. God bless you now. My goodness. Sister, you ain't have to do all that now. My husband told me that our marriage changed once he started watching The Man in the Dark. Uh-huh. Our last argument was over him, which is resulting in us divorcing. Uh-huh. Screenshot this. Screenshot this. Let me screenshot it. I'll be the turn my doggone. I ain't gonna screenshot it. I'll be the turn my live off. Let me see if I can screenshot it. Oh, okay, I screenshot it. I already know that. I tried to tell you. And then people will be talking about they together and they married because of The Man in the Dark. They ain't married because of that. That's because that's old weak backbone woman that don't know her worth, and then her man done bamboozled her, ran her amok and Plymouth Rock done landed on her, and now she believe in her foolish husband who got her listening to the man in the dark. So see that's why I try to tell you, that man in the dark finna have y'all divorced. And why? Cause he done been divorced twice. So the only advice that you finna get is how to get divorced. Is how to be led to a divorce. And it don't matter if these guys holding men accountable, quote unquote, and if they holding women accountable, quote unquote. At the end of the day, what they know how to do is get divorced. And so that's what it's gonna do. I'm so disappointed in him. How do I cope with this? Listen though. Listen. This is what you gotta understand about your man. If your man is weak enough to if your husband is weak enough to let a unmarried, twice failed marriage man give him advice about a relationship, and he divorced you because of what another man said, that's not the kind of man you want to be in bed with. That's not the kind of man you want to put your future in his hands. That's not a man. That's a child. That's a grown boy. When he let another man who ain't even masculine tell him to get a divorce, basically. That ain't the kind of man you want to be with. Because a now real man gonna let another man cause him to get divorced. That ain't what it's gonna be. Now what he gonna do is evaluate himself. And see, these men who not married, they have unrealistic expectations of what a wife is. And that's why they not married. Because they don't understand a wife is a human being with a heart, with feelings, who get headaches, who get tired, who is very much human, just like that man. And so these guys go to acting like a woman supposed to be a slave. And they think that a marriage gonna work by treating a woman like a slave. And that's why they not married. Because they don't understand that. So you got to go ahead and just go on about your business. And go on about your business, heal, grow. And what you got to do is you got to treat him like you don't care. You got to treat him like a ghost, like Casper. And that's going to make him realize how dumb he been. Miss Rachel, God bless you. But when you crying and you chasing him and you doing all that, he just going to run you through the mud. Gonna run you through the mud. Kiara, God bless you now. How should dating progress for a healthy relationship? What are good signs after 3 months? I'm 25, he 27, just moved far. Still wants to connect. Well, sis, you asking the wrong person about that now. Because me personally, I really am not a fan of long distance relationship. Especially with no 27-year-old man. He's too young for a long distance relationship. And at 3 month mark, you know, you're supposed to be getting exclusive then. So I got a video called How to Date Correctly. Watch that. And I think I got something on why long distance relationships fail. Watch that. And you just got to evaluate his character and who he is, because it possibly could work if he have a lot of character, if he got good character. But want to connect is different than wanting to be together. So you got to understand that now. We dated for 2 years. My daughter looked at him as a father figure. We broke up. Now he doesn't even speak. Now he doesn't even speak to her. She is heartbroken. And I feel guilty. How can I mend her heart? Any advice? Well, sister, I don't have any experience with that. But that is your daughter. And kids are very resilient. So what we call heartbroken as adults, for a child, it's not really heartbroken. Like, it hurts them, but when you put her into dance or gymnastics or robotics or whatever classes, and you get her busy, she's active, she moving around, she having play dates, she having activities, she having rehearsals, recitals, whatever, she active, she'll heal. She'll heal, she'll grow. And what you got to learn as a mom is that in the future, don't ever introduce a man to your child and bring a man in your child life inside of 12 months. And at that 12-month mark, you need to consult God, you need to consult a life coach, you need to consult your best friend, and you need to consult your closest family member about that man before you introduce him to your child. And then when you introduce him to your child, you keep him as this is mommy friend, not this your daddy. So you say he was like a father figure. You brought him in too close. A man should never be a father figure to your child until that's your husband. Until that's your husband, it's a mother's job to protect your child from any man. And it's a man's job to protect your child from any woman until that person becomes your spouse. Because nothing is guaranteed until y'all walk down the aisle. And even when you walk down the aisle or stand under the arches at the courthouse, it still ain't guaranteed because you still got to work and make it work. So never ever, and I know y'all be wanting to introduce this and all that to your child, but you can't do that because relationships too volatile today. They're too all over the place. Any videos or advice on dating without fear? I don't know. I probably got it touched on there. But what y'all got to do is click on videos, click on oldest, start at the end, and just start working your way through them up to the day. But I don't know if it's, and I'm not sure dating without fear is a good thing. You know, a little bit of fear might help you. A little bit of fear might keep you out of trouble. And not fear in the sense of paralyzed with the fear, but it really wouldn't be called fear. It'll be precaution. I never seem to get past the talking stage. I always end up getting ghosted. How can a man build a connection with a woman if his time and energy is going to other women at the same time? You got to be thankful that you don't get past the talking stage. And you also got to watch the game film. When I say watch the game film, somebody was like, Tony, where can I find that film? It's not a movie or a TV show. When I say watch the game film, you got to look back at them conversations. You got to play them back in your head. And you got to say, am I being too thirsty? Am I talking too much? Am I laying out too many expectations? Am I doing too much? Am I letting my desperation speak? Am I letting my frustration speak? Because you might be running the men off if you want it too bad. So you got to make sure you're not doing that. And if you're not doing that, then you got to say, hey, okay, I'm thankful that these guys just ghosting because that is my protection, not my rejection. And you got to understand that, and you got to appreciate somebody running off because that's saving you from heartache. And just keep learning and learning yourself. Feel something weird in my spirit. He follows really, I found his account following, I felt something off. Follow my instincts, or is it me? I'm 35. He's 35. I'm 28. See, listen to me. Listen to me now. Well, my family's still up moving and hustling and bustling around here at 10 o'clock. I get my son doing homework. Now listen to me. With this social media, men try to act like, I saw a guy post, ladies, your man is going to like other women pictures on Instagram. Get over it. It don't mean nothing. To me, as a man, it mean everything. It mean everything to me because what it's saying to me is that man sending a message to that woman. Because he know when he hit that like button, it's going to show up in her notifications. So every time he hit that like button, he's sending a message of support. He's sending a message of admiration. And when he follow her, that's going to show up in her notifications. So he letting her know, I see you. I got eyes on you. Because I don't think we should follow people on social media who not adding anything to our life. So if that 19-year-old ain't teaching him how to day trade, how to flip houses, how to make no money, all she posting is selfies, then it's like, what reason would he be following her if it's not to lust after her and connect with her? So men use social media, and a lot of women do too, to connect with women, to connect with people, to send them little messages, let them know I see you, I'm following you, I'm watching you, and then they slide in that DM. So social media today is so intertwined with real life that we cannot take that for granted. Like, we can't just look at that like it don't mean nothing. Kiara Burton, God bless you. Now, Rose, welcome to the Blessed Tribe. So listen to me. Me personally, as a man, I think it's common sense that if a man is talking to a woman, that the man should not be following other women online. Unless them women are like adding something to his feed. Like they posting real estate, stocks, book suggestions, like motivational quotes. They a minister, they a therapist, they adding something. If they just showing they booty and they beauty, a man who in a relationship should not be following women who just showing booty and beauty. That don't make any sense. That don't make sense. And guys don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. Anna, God bless you now. Samika, God bless you now. What is a good age to take dating seriously? Have own place, car, career, financially stable, level-headed, need to work out in the gym more. Dating has been so draining with these men. Well, I'm going to tell you what. Dating going to be draining if you ain't got your body where it's supposed to be at. First thing you got to focus on is you. Because people going to judge you by your presentation. It just, it's not right. It should not be, but it's a reality. And so you got to focus on you first, and you're not ready to date until you ready to present yourself. So see, you could present yourself in a brown bag, or you could present yourself in a Tiffany's box. It's your choice. How you gonna treat? I could give you a diamond in a brown bag, or I could give you cubic zirconia in a Tiffany's box. And you gonna choose. If I say, hey, which one you want, this one or this one? One could be real, one could be fake. If you ain't never heard that analogy, you gonna choose the Tiffany's box. And just naturally, you're gonna choose the Tiffany's box, not the brown bag. And so that's what's happening when we not ready to present ourselves. We presenting ourselves as a diamond in a brown bag. And so people they don't respect our presentation. Male and female, it go both ways. Because the lady just wrote me and said that this guy liked her, she knew him, but he was really overweight. So she said she really wasn't into him because she's not into overweight men. She said then he started working out. He got a real serious workout routine, and now he done lost all that weight, and now she's extremely attracted to him. And she's like, should I reach out? She's like, I wasn't trying to be superficial. I'm just not attracted to overweight men, is what she said. And so I say, well, that is human nature. Like, we want to be attracted to somebody who presenting themselves with their best foot forward, even if they still in process making progress. Shay, God bless you. Co-worker invited me to the house, wants me to meet husband's best friend. Acts like she's trying to get us to hook up despite my abstinence. No longer want to go because I feel it's a setup. Overthinking. You're a grown woman. You know, so it's like, what you mean? What you mean by a setup? Like, can't nobody get you to do nothing you don't want to do. You know, this your coworker. That could be your husband. So don't be out of fear. Like, you don't have control over your body and over your mind, and to where this guy trying to make a move to where, for one, you never have to be in a place with him that he can make a move. When you link up with him, if he want to link up, y'all out to eat. Y'all out to eat downtown. Like, you ain't got to be with him at his place, at your place, in the backseat of a car, in a car, down by the lake. Y'all could be downtown eating. And so you got to look at it a little differently, you know, because you could be passing up on your husband. Met man Thursday. He took me to lunch and dinner. Friday to lunch. Jazz show and dinner. Saturday, he left for Texas to help fam clean out sister house who passed. Called me Saturday and Sunday mornings. Haven't heard from since. Is he interested? It sounds like he interested now, but today somebody could be knocked out with that vid. Somebody could have that they'll put on them. Somebody could be in the hospital. Somebody, today. So what's today? Wednesday. You ain't heard from since Sunday. So I mean, you don't want to just jump to conclusion after a man that did all that. Now he spent all that money, jazz club and all that. You first want to see, okay, is the man living? Is the man that caught that vid and they got him on his bike? You know what I mean? You want to kind of wait to see things out, So when he hit you up, then you hear, so where you been the last 3 days? Like, what's been going on with you? And then if he give you old bogus excuse, oh, okay, all right, you one of those. Then you go on about your business. Okay, Kiara tried sending this through the super chat, but it's not working on your end. Let me see. Put your question, put a hashtag Q before your question, Kiara, and I can see that. My coworker has asked to take me out. We're both managers, same position. I avoid work relations due to negative past experiences. Appropriate to hang out with him platonically in public. If you don't get the feeling that that's your husband, then don't do it. Don't do it. Because one of the things is what you have to understand about men is, as men love thrills. Men love notches in the belt. Men love challenges. Men love games. Men love competition. So having a work wife is a thrill for a man. Knocking down an old coworker is a thrill for a man. So with you being a manager, him being a manager, he could feel like y'all in competition. Even though y'all the same position, if you do your job better than him, he might want to get some of them insider secrets from you on how you do your job so well. Might want to slow you down, might want to throw you off your game so he get employee of the month. So if you don't get a feeling like, hey, this look like my husband, walk like my husband, talk, if you don't get that feeling about the guy, don't break your rules. Because one thing I've known is that we have rules put in place in our heart that are safeguards. And when we ignore that, we pay a grave price. And I did that one time. I was working with an NBA team as a life coach. And I had a rule that I said, I'm never going to do this for one of these guys. And I did that. And man, that thing cost me greatly. I regret that to this day. I said I should have kept my rules of how I, deal with these guys and what is to be. And I learned the lesson about my rules. And I also learned that when you in a position, you got yourself there. And it's your morals and your values and your standards that got you there. So you got to keep that. And when you lose that, you're going to lose it all. Child's father had baby on me. And now is with women after I left. But after breakup, he was creating problems and being rude to me and makes co-parenting hard while I am constantly compromising. It's because he hates himself. It's because he's very mad with himself for being a failure in life and for being less than a man, for being a punk, for being a grown boy. And so he's taking that out on you. So to justify why he is such a lowlife, he's trying to make himself hate you because he had a baby on you for no reason. Like that wasn't something that he could have broke up with you if he didn't want to be with you. But he had a baby on you and then got with other women or got with the woman, whichever you meant to put. And so he feel like a lowlife. So for him to live with himself, he has to make himself dislike you in order to say, this why I did it. Tiffany T, welcome to the Blessed Trial. Hi, Tony. Where can I find the 3-day rule your wife did to you when you broke her standards? Thank you. It's in here. A woman's influence. It's on Amazon. If you like the Audible, it's on Audible if you like to listen, but it's in the book of Woman's Influence called the 72-hour rule. It's in there. When a man says I love you for you, what does this mean in a relationship? It mean I love you for you. Like, love you for who you are. Love you with your flaws. Love you not because mama said love you or the world said love you for who you are. That's all it means. That one there straightforward. What do you believe it means when you check a guy on something and he suddenly goes cold when previously everything was fine? He trying to train you. That means he trying to teach you, don't check me on nothing. Don't tell me nothing. Let me do what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it, and don't tell me nothing. Because if you tell me something, I'm going to run off on you. That's what he trying to train you, to let you know that he's not in this to change for you. In my country, 90% dress down with sloppy t-shirts and shorts day to day cause hot tropical weather. But I like to dress up, well, mostly, since past airlines career. What's your thoughts, Tony? Keep doing you. Keep doing you. Don't worry about what everybody else doing. Keep doing you. You'll stand out to somebody. Why, when you call a man out on his bad behaviors, you get called insecure? It's just a Jedi mind trick, what I heard a woman call it. It's just a Jedi mind trick. It's just deflecting. It's just because he trying to make you feel crazy so that you don't believe what you saying, so that you'll question your intuition and you'll give up on that right there. And so it's cross-examining, just courtroom tactics. Yelena, welcome to the Blessed Tribe. And how do I vent someone I've always gotten played? Vet someone. What is with me? You're in the right place. Keep watching these here videos. That's a lot of lessons right there. How to ensure you aren't bashing another person who did you wrong when writing your book. Is there a mature way to tell it all? Well, that's your story. So you got to understand, bashing somebody is calling them out their name, wishing bad on them, calling them, all kind of just random stuff. So, but you telling what happened, that's just your truth. You're not bashing them. He has a 1-year-old and she keeps mentioning, I guess it made me feel weird, like she's plotting and won't allow things organically. Let me see that. Oh, you continued your question. I ain't see the first part of your question, sister. This right here ain't for no long questions. So you got to write a book. That means you need a coaching session, sister, with one of the life coaches on mymentor.life. Now you writing all that. Now 2-minute chats in here to be having continued questions now, sister. Come on now. Hey, come on now. Well, listen here. Give black folks something free, but they want everything. Hey, this $1.99 a month. Well, you got even a whole session on here. Come on now, $1.99 now. Hey, y'all get on my mentor.life now. What about if a guy say he love you just like he love his family, but he don't like them, but still love? He tell you that's a mouthful right there. That's a mouthful right there. That's a mouthful right there. Listen, that right there, that'll scare me. That right there worth running over. That right there worth, all right, okay, I don't want that kind of love. I got to go. You need somebody who like you and love you. Okay? Why would a man on your IG stories if he have a girlfriend? This guy been doing that to me since 2016, and I do have a crush on him. He used to brush me when he would see me in college. Why? Men just nosy. He got a girlfriend, so he obviously don't want you, because he could have came on to you. He could have shot his shot, but so y'all obviously not a fit. So it's kind of, just because someone ain't a whole fit for you, don't mean you don't like a little bit about them, or what, a little bit of what they show or what they do or who they are. It just ain't a whole fit, you know. So it's kind of like the shoes you like, the clothes you like. It's like each thing play a different role. And so that's all that is. And the other thing what you have to realize is sometimes people ain't watching your stories. Sometimes they watching somebody else's story and it just roll to your story. And they just let it keep rolling or just clicking through it, but it ain't necessarily they watching it. So you got to understand that too. Recommendations on moving to a new state, single. Nah, I really ain't a moving coach, but I'm not against that happening. You just got to, you know, do your due diligence. Husband and I been married for 5 years and been separated for a year. And separated for a year. He have a girlfriend. We don't talk at all. Told me recently he wants to be friends. Thoughts? No. If y'all got kids, then he could talk to them. But you can't let a man put you in that you can't let a man put you in that spot to where he blocking your blessings. It's like, listen, you want to leave, you got you somebody new, be happy over there. Don't come over here trying to talk, trying to be buddy, trying to be friend. Nope, you want to leave, leave. Go on, stay over there where you at. That's how you got to approach that. Alec Bradshaw, welcome. CC, welcome. Welcome to the Blessed Tribe. Yes, sir, nah. Annie K. Bought me roses first date. Said he likes me. Hopes to see me soon. Thoughts? Well, hopefully y'all see each other soon, Annie. Hopefully y'all see each other soon. That's a good thing, yeah. Working on the 3 B's. Fit, attractive. Let me see this. It disappeared. I don't know if you had something else in there. It looked like it got deleted. So I don't know if you had something in there. Boyfriend 24, I'm 28. Both saved, financially independent, no fornication, no vices, amazing character. He's a baby Christian and still growing. Can it work? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely can work. Everybody a baby Christian. Yeah, as long as we been saved, yeah, we all baby Christians still. We don't know what we think we know. Y'all got to forgive me on the hydraulics on my chair. Y'all got to forgive me. I'll let my chair down. Man, went hitting the hydraulics on y'all. Y'all got to forgive me. And so, yeah, it definitely could work. Just make sure you're consistent. All right, Kathy, gourmet ice cream sandwiches. I said, what them gourmet ice cream sandwiches with the on the dry ice now, so it could get on to me. Q&A. What think about this? I dress my 14 daughter ugly so boys won't look at her, but I let her dress at home. Don't want mess up here. Self-esteem. What I do? Yeah, you messing up. I mean, it don't matter what she got on. She got on garbage bag, boys still gonna look at her. But don't do your child. Don't do the girl like that now. Had a girl walk around looking like Raggedy Ann, because what that's also gonna do to older men is they gonna think she ain't got no representation. They gonna think she ain't got no parent. They gonna think she an orphan. They gonna think she, you know, live at the group home and searching for somebody to take care of her. So you might attract the wrong kind of attention. If she dressed to the nines and she dressed amazingly, she really going to more so intimidate the little boys. They gonna be like, oh wow, she took care of her. Like her parents in her life 100%. Like she got these kind of new shoes, she got those kind of new. They know it ain't her money, so they know they can't get no money from her. But if she looking raggedy, they gonna say, oh, she got low self-esteem. oh, she'll let me do whatever I want to do. Cause you got to realize, a man don't, these boys, men, cause it's gonna be men too. They don't know, they don't know like what that is. They don't know if what all that going on. Like they don't know that that she, the the thing don't work. They looking at it like, okay, them clothes don't mean nothing. So you got to realize that there ain't no male worry about no clothes. So it don't matter how bad them clothes look. Ain't worried about that. A, B, C, D, God bless you. I dated a man for 8 months. And when I respectfully said I wanted to be friends, he blocked me on everything. I was devastated and angry. Tony, what are your thoughts on why a man would do this? Now, see, listen, sis. You can't worry about why he would do that when you said you want to be friends. So when you tell a man that you were dating that you want to be friends, he trying to declutter his life. He trying to move on. He don't want to be friends with somebody he was a lover with. So you got to realize that he got to move on with his life. So he gonna try to, he gonna try to do what he got to do. And okay. So look like gourmet sandwiches came in here and trying to troll, and the moderators jumped on her head, or his head, could be a man, and said trolls will be blocked. Now, I don't know if, I think they could do timeout, but I could do block over here. Block! Listen, y'all better know I'm the wrong one now. The block finger strong over here now. So y'all come over here playing. Tony, I understand if you may not be able to answer because you have never looked for a husband. But when or how will I know a man may be my husband? I don't think or know if this has happened yet. Well, see, you got to realize that the woman comes from a man, meaning from Eve, from Adam, to a daughter, from the father to the mama. So our spirits intertwine, our souls intertwine, like we know each other. A woman's intuition is like the strongest force on the planet. So when you meet when you take and you meet a man and that's your husband, you gonna know it. You gonna know it from the first real in-depth conversation. You gonna know it. So that's what you got to realize. You got to understand that right there. And let me see here. I've been preparing for my BBB. Started writing first book. Chat going too fast and moving the message. And about launching YouTube too. I signed up for your birth, your book, and YouTube courses. Hey, God bless you, sister. Hey, Tony, I'm 26. I'm grinding and focusing on myself, but I just want to date for fun. Staying off my back, of course. Is that bad? What if I don't want to date for marriage right now? Well, if you play with fire, you're going to get burned. So if you dating for fun, it's just like saying, that's like me saying, hey, I don't want to be no gang member, but I just want to slide for fun. I just want to throw it for fun just because it's a thrill. Guess what? One of them bullets going to catch me. So when you go out here and you dating for fun, you could be dating for fun and one of these men strong arm you. You see what I'm saying? So don't go in the field until you ready to play the game. If you ain't trying to go all the way, then don't step foot out there. Because you could step foot out there and talk about you going to stay off your back. But if you meet a man who got that swagoo on ragu, dripping like drippity drop, and then he put that thing on you because he done wine you, he done dine you, he done find you, he done sign you, and then he done climb you. And then he put that thing on you. Now, here you are, you went out there talking about you want to date for fun, and you end up pregnant because things got out of hand. So dating is not to be played with. It is not for fun. Because two, if you go out there dating for fun, if you tell a man you dating for fun, he gonna be like, well, oh, you just want to sleep with somebody then. Because don't no man want to be spending no money just for fun. He don't want to be paying for no dates and going on no dates just for fun. So he either wants something at that bed or he want a wife. And so you have to understand that. So you got to look at this thing and be able to say, okay, all right, let me take and approach this thing intentionally. You got to be intentional about that. Got to be intentional. Working on the 3 B's. Fit, attractive, good job, and dress well. I don't get approached by attractive men often. Am I doing something wrong? Tend to be approached by unattractive men or older men. You're not doing something wrong. And sometimes unattractive men or older men, they could be been shot down so many times that they really don't process rejection or failure like that anymore. Whereas a man who is an attractive man could be more insecure and be more worried and be more self-conscious of rejection. Whereas an unattractive man may be used to getting walked off on. So he just shoot his shot just to be shooting his shot because, the rejection don't bother him no more. But a man who ain't used to that, he may be more afraid of it. Hey, so we done crossed an hour and a half now. I be seeing these people on YouTube doing these 3-hour, 4-hour, 5-hour lives. I be like, my goodness, what the world y'all on? But y'all snorting powder? Like, what the world? And they don't be taking no break either. They be on here 4-5 hours. I be like, what kind of powder? But listen, I really don't be having that kind of energy. I must be getting old. But like I told y'all, man, I'm a little lazy now. I used to hustle and grind. I used to work the 80 hours a week. Now, I probably I work about 7 to 15 hours a week now. Ain't like I used to be. I work about 7 hours a week on average. Sometimes I pushed it and work 15 hours, but whew, God bless you. Y'all gonna ask some questions. And so it looked like the questions slowed down. So I think we done got through them. So hey, I'm gonna turn the questions off and just talk to you. And I appreciate y'all for asking these questions. And I try to be humble and patient as I can, because one thing I realize and understand is that what may be plain to me, and when you in it, you can't see it from the outside looking in. So me on the outside looking in, I could see it, and I try to speak to it. But one thing I would say is trust your intuition. Trust your intuition and trust your spirit, where you operating from, where you coming from, because when you evaluate it from your heart and you're able to look and see, just using your common knowledge, you know more than you give yourself credit for. And so, like they say, if it walk like a duck, look like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck. So the thing with love is or love isn't. It's a quote somebody wrote. I've seen on a quote app a long time ago. It say, love is or it isn't. There is no such thing as thin love or in between love. So you got to realize that when we have something real, our heart will be made assured of that. We'll be sure of what we have being real. And you really won't have a question. Like, you'll know the love is there. And yeah, you're going to have some doubts here and there. Just could be your mind, could be insecurity, could be past stuff you done been through. But at the core, you know when you got something real. And you got to trust that. Don't wait on somebody to tell you that what you got ain't real when you know your heart is not pleased with what you have. So hey, God bless y'all. And yeah, Jasmine, get on that. And to the moderators, question came in. Well, I'm getting ready to go. This will say, you ain't go nowhere now. Hold on now. Hold on. Oh, that's Canadian, huh? Canadian, 69.99. God bless you now. God bless you now. What that is in USD? Y'all count now. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. I was trying to ask my wife when old Trump was in office. I was like, baby, nah, will you let me marry me somebody in Canada just so I can get my citizenship up there, and then she know what's going on. We ain't even talking, and then after the statute, then I gonna bring you over, marry you over there in Canada, so we get some of that free health care. Get that free health care. What all get from up on the old crazy man here for he be to hit that button, and we be up in smoke with this man inciting the whole world. And so, well, I was ready to get on over there to Canada, but I'm still stuck over here. So God bless you. Man 41 has a decision between two women. He picks the eye candy, gets used. The woman he rejected knows. She is now flourishing and looking good. God reveals to him the woman he rejected is his wife. Will he have hard time facing her after all this? It depends on the man. But honestly, if a man see a prize, he see a win, he gonna suck up that pride and go on act like ain't nothing happened. He gonna go on back like ain't nothing happened. How are you? I miss you. I've been thinking about you this whole time. He finna sell old dream. Tuck that tail right between his legs. He going back with no ego. Because he know he was the dummy. He know that he made the stupid decision, so he got to eat that. And I was going to say to the moderators, thank y'all to the moderators for helping me out. And the trolls or whoever that y'all found in there. Y'all delete the message so fast, I ain't get to read the message. Because if I would have got to read the message, I would have had to gone in for a little while. Had to read me somebody. But y'all got the message so fast, I ain't get to read it. And so I appreciate you. But when I see y'all put somebody in timeout, now y'all know me now. If I see you put somebody in timeout, if you got to get timed out, then I'm finna block you. I'm finna block it because you too grown. You too grown for that. You shouldn't have to get timed out. So if you got to get timed out in here, I ain't got the time. Because we over here serious. We doing business over here. We doing the work of the Lord. We taking this thing serious. So I ain't got time to be fooled around with the trolls. But listen to me. The trolls, they going to keep coming on, they going to keep coming on around and be saying stuff the more I start talking. MK say, I didn't even think it was a troll. Well, see, that's sometimes how the trolls do. They try to sneak a little message in and try to hide it under some positive or under a little side, compliment. Because, and see, the listener say you would have blocked. So see, yeah, they seen it. The listener know. I sure would have blocked. No, we don't ignore troll. We don't ignore troll. One of my NBA guys, he ran up on somebody one time, said something to him. I say, bruh, you worth half a B. Why you approaching these hecklers? He said, man, hey, disrespect got to get addressed. I was like, okay, all right. Ever since then, I changed my approach on it. Hey, disrespect got to get addressed. Block. So listen, because you got to realize, some of us, if you're in a different walk of life, so when somebody come on the cybernet with the Twitter thumbs, all you could do is hit the block button. If they disrespect you in person, it might go another way. But on this here social media, all you could do is hit the block button. So listen, y'all got to Sometimes you got to block people in real life, and sometimes you just got to block people online. I done cut my hand up here, backhanded somebody on accident. These rings so thick, done knocked a little skin off my finger. So, hey, I really appreciate you. To the moderators, God bless you. And we done went 100 minutes, hour and 40 minutes. God bless you, and we'll be in touch. This here video, they'll go up. They'll go up and they'll pop up on there, and then you'll see it. It should take about 5-10 minutes. And now, Bonnie, we ain't talking about all that right there. People who asking questions, they ain't blocking people who asking questions. They blocking people who trolling. And the moderators that's on here with me, then they done been on here this whole time. They've been on here a year or more, probably a couple years. So they know how this here go. So, now, if you want to email a long question, it's gonna be on Talks with Tony. I don't answer questions in the email, one-on-one. It had to be a question that I answer anonymously on Talks with Tony. So you email to inbox@tonygaskins.com. Inbox@tonygaskins.com. House art good, God bless. Hey, let me go ahead and go now, because I need to get on here with my wife. I think my son went to bed, so that means my wife probably free now, because she have to help him with that homework until he get to bed. So let me go on here and get my time in now. God bless you. We'll talk soon.